Assalamu alaikum Arabic learners. Today we continue the Madinah Arabic shortened course where I simplified the lessons and kept them short to about 10 minutes to keep learning Arabic easy for you. Please find any videos that you missed by watching the playlists Quranic Arabic Simplified or Madinah Arabic shortened. Please help by sharing the videos to spread the knowledge. And please continue to like, comment, and subscribe. Let us now begin. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. I am Afifa, and today is lesson number 28, where I will summarize for you what are the attached pronouns, and then we will practice from the Quran. In the last two lessons, we've been studying the attached pronouns, and in Arabic, attached pronoun is called damirun munfasilun, and we looked at detached pronoun, which in Arabic is called damirun munfasilun. So here is your list of the detached pronouns, and let's again quickly go over how they change the forms in the attached forms. So we see that huwa becomes hu, huma is the dual and it stays huma in its attached form. Hum is also the same in the attached form. Hiya becomes ha, and huma is again, as we went over, is huma, and hunna stays the same, it is hunna. So anta becomes in attached form ka, antuma becomes kuma, antum becomes kum in attached form, anti is ki in attached form, antuma is kuma in attached form, and antunna is kunna in attached form. And the next two are very easy. Ana, as we have seen in its attached form, is a ya mutakallam, and nahnu is a na. Okay. Let's make a few observations now on the attached pronoun, which we said in the last lesson that it is always mudaf ilayhi. When there is an attached pronoun to a noun, we said that the noun is the mudaf and the attached pronoun is the mudaf ilayhi because it represents possession. Let's make a few observations. So we notice that in its attached form, we said that huma does not change form, and we see that it is the same for masculine and feminine. Huma is the dual form and it's the same for masculine and feminine. It is theirs, as we see here, whether we are referring to two males or two females, it is still huma. Same goes for kuma. It is referring to dual and it is yours. Okay, whether it is referring to two males or two females, it's the same, kuma. So let's make a few other observations here. Let's take a look at this word sayyaratun, which means a car. Okay, and we notice that the ta marbuta at the end of this word, it changes to a ta maftuha when it is followed by an attached pronoun. See, look here, sayyaratu huma or sayyaratuhum. This is ta maftuha, and over here, as we saw earlier, without the attached pronoun, this is a ta marbuta. Okay, and another thing we observe here is the last letter of the mudaf gets a kasra when it is attached to the ya mutakallam. So the dhamma on the last letter would have made pronunciation difficult. So it is changed to a kasra when the ya mutakallam is attached. So it is sayyarati. So because of the ya mutakallam, the ta gets a kasra. And this is for ease of pronunciation. So let's summarize using this nice chart here from the Madinah Arabic books. So we studied the detached pronouns, which are huwa, huma, hum, hiya, huma, hunna, anta, antuma, antum, anti, antuma, antunna, and ana and nahnu. So you should know these very well. And we also said they're always definite. Pronouns are always definite. They're always fixed. And they're always marfu'un, which means they're in the nominative case. We went over the attached pronouns, which are hu, huma, hum, ha, huma, hunna, ka, kuma, kum, ki, kuma, kunna, and ya mutakallam and na. And we said they're always definite because they're still pronouns. We said they're fixed. They're fixed in shape, but they are in the position of majroor, right? Genitive case, because when they're attached to a noun, we said they're mudaf ilayhi. Now they can be attached also to a verb or to a particle. For example, if you say minhu, it means from him. So let's do an easy quiz for you. I'm going to read out the translation of this verse and you are going to find the detached pronouns and the attached pronouns to a noun. Okay, so let's get started. O Adam, you and your wife dwell in the garden. Okay, so pause the video and try to identify them. So let's get back together. Here, anta is the detached pronoun, meaning you. Wa means and then here is your attached pronoun, zawjuka, right? Your wife. So this is attached to this noun, zawj. Okay, so this zawj here is mudaf and ka is mudaf ilayhi, which is the attached pronoun, and it is fixed in form. So let's do another test with a verse where I read out to you the English translation and you are going to go into this Arabic verse and try to find the attached pronouns and the detached pronouns. So the English translation is they, referring to the angels who replied to Allah. They said, "Glory be to you. We do not have knowledge except of that which you taught us. You are certainly the all-knowing, the all-wise." So please pause this video and try this on your own and then we can get back together. Okay, so right here the first pronoun is ka, which is attached pronoun to the noun subhana, right? So where subhana is the mudaf and ka is the mudaf ilayhi. It means glory be to you. So ka is the attached pronoun. Okay, the next one is lana. So the angels are saying we do not have any knowledge, meaning there's no knowledge for us. La means for and na is an attached pronoun. It is for us. Okay, so that's what the angels are saying. Illa means except ma allamtana. So this is also a pronoun, but we are not going to cover this because this is a verb. Inshallah, we will do this in the future. But innaka, I have covered this before, where inna is a particle to mean surely, and it is attached here to the ka, okay, which is an attached pronoun to the particle inna. So ka is you. See right here? Certainly you. Okay, that is the attached pronoun. Anta. So this one is easy, right? Because this is a detached pronoun. Here it is you. So speaking to Allah. The angels are speaking to Allah and referring to him in the second person as anta, you. And that is your detached pronoun. So let's practice one more verse together. where I read out the translation to you, and you are going to try to find the attached and detached pronouns in the Arabic verse. So the translation is, which we have sent down to our servant. So let's look at this verse now together. Mimma is actually two words. It's composed of min plus ma. So min is the preposition to mean from, and ma means what. Ma has other meanings, like it can do negation, but inshallah those we will cover in future lessons. Here it means about what. Mimma nazzalna. This means we have sent down. Okay, so here you see this now. This is we, and this is part of the verb conjugation. It is the subject of this verb, which we will study when we get into verbs in the future. So what we have sent down? Ala abdina, on our servant. So ala is a preposition to mean on, and abdi is a noun which is servant, and we see it bears a kasra because it is preceded by this preposition ala. And na here, hopefully you have correctly identified, is the attached pronoun to mean our servant. Okay, so here abdi is the mudaf and na is mudaf ilayhi. So it is our servant. Okay, so na here is the attached pronoun that you should have identified in this example. If you are regular with watching the 2 or 3 short videos that I post per week, you will succeed in mastering Quranic Arabic, inshaAllah. If this video benefited you, please do like, subscribe, comment, and keep watching these short videos. Subhanaka wa bihamdika la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.